Purpose of the topic. The purpose of this topic is to explain academic auditing in a practical and accessible way. By the end of the presentation, you will understand what an academic audit is, how it works, and why it is a helpful tool for improving teaching, learning, and overall educational quality. Main points. In this session, we will look at the key points of academic auditing. These include its meaning, the category it belongs to, its main characteristics, the different types that exist, its usefulness for educational improvement, and the basic procedures used to carry it out. Motivational message. Learning about academic auditing gives us the power to see education from a new perspective. It invites us to reflect, ask questions, and improve the learning experience for everyone. Understanding this process helps us grow as students, teachers, and future professionals. Development notion. An academic audit is a simple process used to review how teaching and learning are carried out in a school. It doesn't aim to punish. Instead, it helps identify what's going well and what could be done better. The focus is always on improvement and growth. Development category. Academic auditing falls into the category of quality improvement tools. This means it is used to help schools understand how effective their programs are. It is similar to a health check, but for academic practices, helping institutions stay organized and focused. Development characteristics. Academic audits have several characteristics. They are systematic, meaning they follow clear steps. They are also objective, focusing on facts rather than opinions. And finally, they are improvement oriented, seeking ways to strengthen teaching, learning, and planning. Another important characteristic is participation. Academic audits involve teachers, students, and administrators working together. They also value transparency, which means information is shared openly so that everyone understands what is happening and why. Development types. There are different types of academic audits. Some focus on teaching practices, others review curriculum designs, and some examine students' learning. Each type offers valuable information that helps the institution make stronger decisions for improvement. Another type is program level auditing, which looks at a full academic program and evaluates whether it meets its goals. There are also audits that focus on administrative support, checking if the services that accompany learning are working effectively. Development utility. The main usefulness of an academic audit is that helps schools understand their strengths and areas that need attention. It supports decision making, encourages teamwork, and promotes a culture where everyone is committed to doing things better every day. Academic audits also improve communication. When people talk openly about teaching and learning, new ideas appear, problems are solved faster, and students benefit. This makes the institution stronger and more responsive to change. Development procedures. The procedure usually begins with planning. The school decides what will be reviewed, who will participate, and what information is needed. This helps create a clear path for the entire process and keeps the review organized and focused. The next step is collecting evidence. This may include classroom observations, interviews, lesson plans, or students' work. The goal is to understand what is truly happening in the learning environment, not just what is written on paper. After gathering information, the team analyzes the results. They look for patterns, strengths, and areas that could be improved. This stage helps transform raw information into meaningful insights that can guide positive changes. Once the analysis is complete, a report is created. This report summarizes the findings in a simple language and offers suggestions for improvement. It is shared with teachers, administrators, and others who are involved in the educational process. Finally, the institution creates an action plan. This plan describes the steps that will be taken to respond to findings. It includes goals, timelines, and responsibilities. The real power of the audit comes from putting these improvements into action. The last part of the cycle is follow up. The school checks whether the actions are being completed and whether they are making a positive difference. This follow up makes the audit a living process that supports continuous growth. Summary of content. In summary, an academic audit is a friendly and useful process that helps improve teaching and learning. We explored its meaning, characteristics, types, and usefulness, as well as the simple steps involved. When applied well, it leads to a stronger and more effective educational experience.